Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel, Danny Does Keto. So, first of all, let me apologize for this lighting. It is super cloudy here in Michigan, so it is a little dark in my video and sitting here in my living room. Anyway, so I am at the beginning of my 9th week on keto. It's Monday, November the 12th. I weigh in every Sunday, and as of yesterday, I am down another 3 pounds, which brings my total weight loss for this 9 weeks to 32 pounds. I am super excited with the progress that I have been having, and I can't wait to just go further. So as I mentioned in my last video, what I was going to discuss in this video was just my overall feeling, how I've been feeling since I've been on keto. So I'm gonna rewind this back to my first 2 weeks. Like I mentioned before, I follow the dietdoctor.com website and their plan. So the first 2 weeks, they give you a challenge and they send you meals that you're gonna have every day. The first 2 days, I was like, oh, okay, this will be fine. The third day is when I started to experience the keto flu. It wasn't too bad, but mainly what I was experiencing a lot of was just being tired and just feeling run down. So when I got off of work, I just immediately came home and I crashed. That was it. The first 2 weeks, I didn't work out at all. There was no type of exercise. I didn't walk, nothing. I was tired. The tiredness probably started to go away maybe by day 5 or 6. Actually, yeah, it did. That first weekend, I remember that first Saturday morning, I woke up and I had a ton of energy. I'm cleaning up the house. I'm taking the dog for a walk. I'm just, feeling great. So that was probably the worst that I felt since I've been on keto. I don't have the tiredness anymore. My energy level has been just amazing, and I just overall feel really good. Something else I did experience during those first couple days was keto breath. I don't know from my standpoint, I don't know exactly how, if it was like smelling bad, but what I could tell was that my mouth was extremely dry. It was like the Sahara and the Mojave in my mouth because it was just that dry. Even with as much water as I was drinking, there was just no way of getting away from this dry mouth. I bought biotin, the mouth rinse. I bought pure gum to chew, and it was just super duper dry. So those were really the only couple of things that I had going on that just made me feel kind of icky during the first few days. But ever since then, I've just been, I feel good. Something that I experienced before starting keto a couple years ago, I injured my right knee at work. I slipped and I twisted my knee. I ended up in physical therapy for about 8 weeks, and I had swelling in my knee. After the 8 weeks, that was fine. Fast forward maybe about a year and a half later, I messed up my left knee, working out on the elliptical. So then I was down for another 8 weeks with that bad knee. After that, both of my knees just started giving me problems, and I know a lot of it came from just the added weight and just not moving like I should. So what I noticed on day 3 of keto is that I didn't have the knee pain anymore. Even though I wasn't working out, I knew that my knees didn't feel as much pressure or as bad as they felt in the past couple years. After I started working out, because I was very fearful to go back to the gym, because even after both of my injuries and I was able to go back to the gym, after working out for a couple days, I could feel the pain start to come back. So I was very fearful of going back to the gym and just having that pain come back, because once that pain starts, then it's just like, I'm not going to the gym no more. I'm done. So I started back, you know, really slow, just doing, you know, riding the bike or getting on the elliptical. And I actually bought a bike earlier this summer, and I did start to ride, and the bike was very easy on my knees. But going back to the gym, being on the treadmill, walking on the treadmill is a lot harder on my knees than it is just walking around outside. So I was very afraid to go back to that. But once I got back to the gym it was either week 3 or week 4 is when I started back to the gym. I've not had any problems since then with my knees. I even last week or week before last conquered the Stairmaster again. The Stairmaster has always been my nemesis. It's just, I don't know, it's just daunting. It's huge, and it's just like, I don't ever want to get on that thing. But I got on that, and I might have actually pushed and did 10 minutes because I was just afraid of the pain. I haven't had any. So my knees have been feeling amazing. What else as far as feeling? My blood pressure. I didn't realize, I go to the doctor pretty regularly. I get my physicals every year. So last year when I went to the doctor, my blood pressure was up, and it was up significantly. And I've always had slightly higher blood pressure. But when I went last year, it was significantly high. And I've always said, I don't want to get on blood pressure medication. And so my doctor had told me, if I didn't get my blood pressure down, she was going to put me on blood pressure medication. And so for maybe, I think I had to follow up with her within a month or so. And when I went back, it went down. Then I had to follow up with her again, and it was back up. And it was actually higher than it was initially. So she put me on blood pressure medication, and I was not happy about it. I want to say it was last September or last October. So she put me on blood pressure medication, had to follow up with her, and on the medication, my blood pressure, of course, went down. So earlier this year, I want to say it was maybe in August or September, I ran out of the medication, and I didn't call her to have her refill it. I just wanted to see if I could maintain it on my own. So when I went to go see her for my physical, it was down, and it was at an acceptable rate. It was probably 120/80, which I know now they're saying that's still high. But I told her that I did that without being on medication, so she didn't push me to refill it. Then I went back to see her after I had been on keto for probably about 4 weeks, and my blood pressure was perfect. I want to say it was 117/78. And I know that's from me switching from the way that I was eating over to keto. I didn't realize what issues the high blood pressure was giving me. I constantly had a headache. And I just didn't feel good. I just felt icky. And I didn't realize I felt icky until I started to feel good. And it was like, wow. So this is how I should be feeling. This is how my body should feel. And I know the longer that I'm on this, and the longer that I'm eating better and I'm moving and exercising, that I will start to feel even better. So it's really funny that I did not know how bad I was feeling until I started to feel good. But I'm grateful that I do feel this good. So yeah, just overall feeling wise, since being on keto, I feel great. I have tons more energy. I sleep better. I never really had a problem with sleeping. I still have moments where I'm just up in the middle of the night for no reason. But I feel like I sleep better. My mind is clearer. I can think better. My reaction time to things is better. And I really feel that is because I've been on keto and because I've been eating better and I've been moving. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed my update. If you have any questions, please send them to me. If you have any feedback, if you have anything, just let me know. Also, please go on and click the subscribe button and follow me on Instagram at DannyDoesKeto76. Thanks, guys. Have a great week. See you next week.